Hello, this is Mr. Willis, and here's how we take that data in a spreadsheet and turn it into an awesome looking chart. Yeah! Ooh, this is getting really nerdy, isn't it? Alright, so here's my data. What I need to do first is highlight my whole data set. So I just kind of start in the one in the top corner here, click, drag, so the whole thing's highlighted. That way it knows what I want to use in the chart. Then I'm going to go up to the word Insert and look for this one called Chart. You might notice there's also a little picture icon over here where it has these little bars inside it. Either one will create a chart for you. So I'll click on that. And here comes my chart editor. Now, depending on what kind of data you have here, Google Sheets is fairly smart, and so it will look and see, hey, I bet based on this, you probably want a chart that looks something like this. And you know what? They're not far off. If you want to go to specific chart types, there's the full list here, like these, they have area charts, line charts, pie charts, different kinds of bar charts, scatter charts, map charts, all kinds of crazy stuff. There's a good chance you're going to find what you want in the recommendations. With mine, since I'm comparing a bunch of movies to see who has the most money, I think I'm going to go with this one right here, just because with all these movie names, it seems like they fit better when I do the bar graph on the side rather than the bars going straight up and down. So once you find the one that you think you're kind of liking, I then want you to jump over here to this tab that says Customization. And this lets us tweak little things here and there. And so basically this is going to go through each one of these as a different thing on the chart that we can customize. So first of all, my title. Right now it says Worldwide Box Office versus Movie Title, because those are the two pieces of data that we see over here that we are comparing. That's not really what I want it to be titled, though. I think what I want this to be titled is Top Grossing Movies of 2016. Okay, so once I put that in there, I can just click below the box. You see how it fixes my title up there. If you want to, like let's say I want to use maybe some different colors or things like that in the actual title, you can do that. You can make the font size a little bit bigger, which I'll go ahead and do that as well. The legend is what controls over here. The parts that's kind of explaining what the different parts of your box office, not your box office, but what the different pieces in your chart are representing. And so that one, I think for the most part, I'm pretty good because I like that being labeled Worldwide Box Office, and I'm fine with all the numbers and stuff. But of course, you can change font sizes and stuff there. You see, if I change it too big, it's not really a great idea because it gets hard to, it'll kind of cut some of it off. I'm going to keep going down here. So some other things here is like the features. The stack maximize the font and stuff. It has to do with just how you're kind of combining everything in there. Maximize means make it as big as we possibly can in there. I'm going to undo both of those because I want to go ahead and I like leaving a little bit of extra space so that we can see the differences more. So my horizontal axis, that means this part down here. You'll see right now it's labeled Worldwide Box Office. That's good, but I think I'll make it bold and just a little bit bigger so that part stands out. And I'm going to switch this over to the vertical axis and do the same thing. The title is movie title, but if I bold it and make it a little bigger, you see how that stands out a little bit over on that side too. So I like both of those. The series means kind of like the series of data, what we have going in here. I can change the color, so this would be the color of my bar graph here. Worldwide Box Office is what it is, so I'm going to leave that as it is. Data labels is one that you can leave it as none, or sometimes I like adding these on. If I add the value, you see it'll put the actual number behind each one, which can be useful. Sometimes that's maybe overload. In this case, I think it looks kind of cool, so I'll leave it. And if I'm good with the way everything is looking, my legend, somehow I switched my legend to the inside. I want my legend over there on the right. So there we go. So that's kind of what I want it to look like. I'm going to go ahead and hit Insert. And there I've got my chart. Now a couple things I can do. If I want my chart just to be right by my data, I can move it over here in the spreadsheet. If I wanted to, I can click the little drop down and I can move it. I can make a copy of it. I can save the picture of it to put somewhere else on a web page or something. I could move it to its own sheet so that now down here I've got sheet 1 has my data and chart 1 has the whole big chart here, so it's nice and big. You can kind of decide how you want to do that as far as where you want to place the chart. But that's it. That's what it's all about. Now at any time here when I'm looking at this chart, I can click on any of these items and actually edit them some more. Like I could say the top grossing movies of 2016. Or I could decide, you know what, I don't like blue. Let's make it black. So little changes can be made as we go here. You can't change any of the numbers on here, but you can, maybe get rid of like whether the numbers show up and stuff like that. To change the actual size of any of these bars, you would have to go back to the sheet and actually change the numbers here, because that chart is going to constantly pull from those numbers to make all the pretty stuff that you see here. All right, that's it.